Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are taking a look at a 2002 LEGO Harry Potter set. Probably my favorite year of LEGO Harry Potter. I think that's just because actually that's when I got into LEGO Harry Potter. But nonetheless, this is a set my sister and I never owned as children, and it is on loan from my sister. She actually bought this set, and quite the steal because it came with the box. So let's check it out. So this is set 4728, ages 7 to 12, and it is called Escape from Privet Drive. It has 278 pieces and originally retailed for $30. If you want to buy it now, Brickset says used, you're going to be paying about $28, which is funny because that's retail, or new in box, $76. So even now, these LEGO Harry Potter sets don't maintain a crazy value, not like Star Wars, but for me they are most certainly the most nostalgic, especially this like little archway that they advertised. So fun. All right, let's take a look at the set. All right, we have our very first rendition of Privet Drive for Privet Drive, and now this is the first out of so far 3 revisions of this set that we've gotten, with the third having just come out this month. And so that's really exciting, and I definitely think that there's some improvements that were certainly made on this set. If anybody is interested, I would be willing to do a comparison for all 3 sets just lined up together, because I do have those available. So if that's something you're interested in, just let me know below and I can make a video for it. So let's check out the minifigures before we dive too deep into this set. Alrighty, taking a look at our minifigures here, and we get a Harry, Ron, and first appearance Vernon Dursley. These minifigures are very 2002-esque, with no back printing, no leg printing, and a very simple print on the torso. No secondary face printing either, and they are printed in the old LEGO yellow. I do really like Vernon's outfit because I think it represents him in the book and the movie, I guess, a little bit better, because he's kind of got that like open robe as he's like running out the door. They did a good job on that print, and so there we are. Very simple, basic figures, but for 2003, this would have been a good lineup. You can expect to have Harry Potter in basically every single set during this time, and he even has a wand. Just giving a quick spin to the house so you can see all of its sides. Definitely early LEGO architecture when it came to buildings and play sets. They have improved upon this so greatly in the years since. But this is the house, and we can take a closer look because it does move a little bit and kind of explore the inner details. All right, from the outside, for Privet Drive looks very house-like, though the color scheme is super off from the movies. I'm not sure why LEGO decided to go in this very strange terracotta color, but nonetheless, it definitely does look like a house. The rose bushes are very lacking. They have just put a little plant on each one, but that's what these are. Each of these windows are hinged, and probably not the best window choice, but I think they were pretty limited back then that they would all be shuttered like this. Looks just slightly medieval, and for some reason the coloring is just, it's not quite doing for me. It doesn't really look like for Privet Drive, of course. I mean, this was early LEGO, and things like play sets and wall structures and stuff just weren't super defined when it came to like a play set style, so it's just as much to be expected. I do like the number 4 here, and the light above I think is really nice. We do have a door that opens, and then these are these are printed bricks, which is cool because it gives more of a house effect. And as you can tell, we have a second story because Harry's bedroom window's on the second story, so it was really imperative that they put that in. The play feature keeps scooting out there. We'll go into that in just a moment. We have a very narrow roof right here and a continuation in a different texture up top. I will say that the house can move. It's hinged. I guess that helps with playability / displayability. I don't know. Very odd to me that it hinges. I assume it is only just so that you can have some more room. It does look best displayed flat though. Inside the main room here, and pardon, it is slightly dusty, we have Harry's old bed down here with a letter, as well as a briefcase or a trunk in the corner there. And then it does lift up, and you can see his Hogwarts, just barely, his Hogwarts cloak right in there. So that's kind of a fun little hidden feature. We have a brown staircase that leads upstairs, and basically other than that, this room is relatively plain. We have the poorest excuse for a kitchen over here with no real wall and one singular frying pan on what looks to be a table. And then we have a coffee mug right there. And this was definitely something that I feel like I could have built in more detail. Actually, I know in fact that I could build in more detail being that young, because we made houses, my sister and I, all the time, and our kitchens were better than this. So Lego really does not have a lot of building skill in this set. Whoever designed this, it was definitely very novice. Moving on to this next room, and we have a briefcase, a spider in the back there, and on the table are 2 random studs and a bedroll. I do not know why. It just is that way. Not sure what that room is supposed to be whatsoever, because they could have at least made an armchair to make a sitting room, but I don't know. Moving upstairs, and I assume this is supposed to be Harry's bedroom, we have Hedwig and a couple of books. We have some letters, and they've gotten a little bit tossed onto the ground during the transport of this set, and a random glass. There's no beds anywhere. There's no place to sleep other than down in underneath the staircase, which is kind of funny. Then we have a little vaulted roof. Again, no walls. So I get that you need to be able to play, but maybe they should have put a wall here or something. I don't know. Very simple. There is a play feature that this house comes with, and I will show you that in just a moment. I do want to show you the Ford Anglia that comes with this set. The car looks pretty good. I would say from 2002, this is a really good rendition of the Ford Anglia. Basically, the only things that have changed is they've, softened the lines of this car, but I definitely think that Lego had a good hold on how cars are designed even back during this period, and it is not bad. The wheels maybe look a little bit small, and we do have a trunk. That trunk opens, and this is the play feature part here, which is supposed to be that chain that they hook up to Harry's window, and then you can get inside the car by lifting off the roof. And there is a spot for 2 minifigures, and it looks like some suitcases there in the back. You could put some suitcases. You could probably even fit Hedwig. And I do really appreciate that on this set, this is a rarity, but Lego did not include any studs for the characters to sit on, which is great because their bodies or their legs definitely would have gotten stuck. So I greatly appreciate that. And I honestly don't know if the roof goes on like that or like that. I'm not sure where that goes, so pardon me, that's might be wrong. Anyway, but there is that, and so I can show you the play feature that happens in Harry's room. Little loop. There is a little spot to hook the loop. Ta-da! So this little window just sits in there. It's not even tensioned in there. It literally just balances inside. And so this is something that while I was transporting this, it fell, and then I was getting set up for this video and it fell out. So it's gonna fall out a lot, but actually the play feature for it is really quite charming. That is a fun little play feature. I think for the time it is well executed and super cute. I am shocked that they made this set back in 2002, to be honest, just because it didn't have anything to do. I mean, the house itself is in the Muggle world, so it's just a fun little nostalgic set. And the house isn't great. I think the car for the time is really good. The play feature is really fun. I think the selection of minifigures that you get is really good. I just kind of wish that the house wasn't in the coloring that it is. I think that's the thing that throws me off the most about it. It looks like some sort of like 1970s American house for some reason. It just doesn't strike me as Privet Drive personally. But there we are, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little review over the 2002 Escape from Privet Drive. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And again, if you would like to see a comparison video of all 3 Privet Drives, let me know and I can do that. Till next time, guys, I will see you in the next one.